Hi, I'm Richanda, and so I'm going to be doing a video about circumcision. So it's kind of an add-on to two different babies that I've already talked about. So I'll start with baby Cooper. Okay, so I already did a video about babies being disposable, and he was one of the ones that was in there. And so I found out that he did have some other medical issues. So I'm going to start with reading some of it. Okay, well, I'm going to read the whole inbox, but I'm just going to read part of it right now. Or not inbox, like article type thing, I guess. Okay, so it's sick baby, intactivist, lactivist, crunchy mom. Okay, so this is a post from a few weeks ago before he was born. It talks about like the necessities of keeping him safe from germs and viruses. So why would someone cut open his penis, leaving him with an open wound and feces urine-filled diaper? How sad. God bless this little boy. Apparently mommy wanted him to have a pretty pee-pee for his casket. I pray he survives. So this is what an intactivist wrote. And then, which is true. I mean, if he has to stay safe from germs and viruses, why would you circumcise him so he can have an open wound in a diaper, like a dirty diaper that has lots of germs? Okay, so this is what the mom wrote. So we have 10 weeks left before this little guy arrives, and for those of you who don't know, he has the same genetic disorder, methylmalonic acidemia, I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure, that we lost Callista from. So Callista's their daughter, and they were going to lost one child to this disease, and they're going to have I mean, I'm sure they didn't circumcise her, they just lost her, because she's a female, and baby girls are protected, but he has the same issues, and they already have a baby who died, and yet they still decided to circumcise their son and have his like penis sit in his open wound on his penis sit in a urine-filled or feces-filled diaper. So we're very hopeful, though, since we know ahead of time and are doing everything we can to prepare ourselves before he arrives. It is extremely complicated, but to break it down as simple as possible, he will have an extremely restricted protein diet, be on specialized formula with pumped breast milk, and when he gets sick, even with the slightest illness, he could be at risk for a metabolic stroke, kidney failure, and of course, worst of all, death. Okay, so knowing all that, they still subjected their son to circumcision, and the doctors did it. Like, what is wrong with them? I know, like, it doesn't make sense, because if without being circumcised and if he's already, like, if all those things could happen, then obviously being circumcised, having an open wound, will make it even easier to get those. So with that said, I'm going to be that mom that I made fun of for so many years. Sorry. Yes, sanitize your hands before even thinking of getting close to him. He can't be around anyone that is sick, and we will have an entire decontamination room set up before entering our house. Okay, just kidding about that part. But it might be coming in the future. LOL. The prayers we need now is that he's responsive to B12, and he will have daily shots for the rest of his life. If he is responsive, we are very optimistic he will do great with control of diet and illness. If he is not responsive, it will only be a matter of time. Madison will be the sanitizer police when he is born, so if she asks you to sanitize your hands or kicks you out of the house for coughing or sneezing, don't take offense. She's in charge of her baby brother. Thank you all for your continued support and love through all of our journeys. God bless each and every one of you. Okay, so, you know what? Maybe they should have left it up to her daughter if he should get circumcised then. If she's a little girl, which it sounds like she is, I mean, not a shallow teenager who's been influenced by her parents, then I guarantee that she would have been disgusted and been like, what are you doing to him? Ew. And stuff. She would have been grossed out and probably would have told her parents they're wrong. My one friend, her daughter, ended up watching one of my videos and asked if she circumcised her son. And she did. I didn't know her when she did. And she was like, oh my god, ew mom, that's gross. And stuff. So little kids know better than parents sometimes. It's not okay to circumcise any baby. And then, so the next one is about the 4-week-old baby boy who bled to death after a botched home circumcision by a nurse using scissors, forceps, olive oil, and no anesthetics. Okay, so his name was Good Luck, and obviously he wasn't lucky enough to have parents who accepted him the way he was made. They had to, you know, change how he was. So I'll post the article below. And I'm just going to read some parts off of it. So, around 5 p.m. on April 16th, Good Luck's father, I don't even know how to say that name, brought Adelaide by a car to the family home. And the nurse sent him immediately to get some Calpol when she and the mother, Sylvia Attico, got on with the operation. So obviously the dad didn't even want to stay, that's why I'm guessing they sent him for something. Once inside, Adelaide told the boy's mother, fetch some olive oil and a bowl of warm water, and the child was stripped just to his vest. Adelaide then brought her instruments out of her handbag and dipped a pair of scissors into the water in a kidney dish. At that point, Sylvia closed her eyes. Mr. Darbyshire said. Okay, so, obviously, the mother found that it was bad too, that she couldn't even watch. So what is wrong with them? Why would they circumcise their little boy if neither one of them could bear to see it? Good Luck had no anesthetics or local pain relief at this point, and that is not how this should be done. By the time Sylvia opened her eyes, the operation was over. She could see the foreskin between the blades of the scissors. That's gross. Like, Adelaide then cleaned the wound with cotton wool and applied a bandage. The boy was crying throughout and the wound was bleeding, but Adelaide told the mother this was normal. The court heard. The defendant left the house between 30 and 40 minutes after the surgery, and she had £100. That's how much they paid her, right? So, without any proper checks on the patient after the procedure, it is alleged. Later, the parents found the bandage had come off with the wound, which was dripped with blood. I'm guessing it's supposed to say drenched. And there was blood in the child's nappy. And then the concerned parents, who had no medical training, called the defendant around 2.5 hours later, and she told them that the bleeding was normal and not a problem, and advised them to change the nappy and bandage and to apply olive oil. And then a bit further down the article, it says a post-mortem examination found Good Luck died from blood loss after the op. Okay, so Adelaide walked free, and they would have never allowed this if she did this to a baby girl. We all know that. She would have never gotten away with it. Like, she would have been in jail. But because it was a baby boy, she walked pretty much. It was wrong what happened to this little boy. He shouldn't have died. He shouldn't have been circumcised. His parents should have left him as the perfect little baby that he was. It's not fair. So I have no problem with circumcision as long as it's to an adult male who is deciding to do it to his own body. Then it's okay. But it's not okay to circumcise babies. So, and I mean, you guys, your fights are like, oh, it's so great, blah, blah, blah. Well, if it's so great, then the baby will decide when he's an adult male that he wants to get circumcised. He'll choose it if it's that awesome. So let your babies have the choice. Don't circumcise your babies and have them end up like one of these two babies. It's wrong. Baby boys are not disposable. Thanks for watching. Bye.